Go to the Gurdwara first, just check it out, see if you've never been. And then go on when someone's getting married. When you got the lawn, and you have people walking around 4 times, have you seen that? Yeah, you have seen that. And you sometimes thinking, what's going on? Have they forgot anything? They're just going around. They'll drop something there, like keys or something. What's going on? Why are you looking for? What's the point, eh? But that tradition, actually, that we've got now, the way we get married, 4 times we walk around, and then you see the raggies people who do the singing bit on the side, who get lots of money afterwards, people going up to them and giving them lots of money. They're singing something, and then before that, you get the guy sitting on the top here, yeah, that's where Guru Maharaj Guru Granth Sahib Ji is, and he reads something from Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Okay, now those are 4 lawan, 4 lawan the beat. So they first the guy will read it, and then they sing it, and then they go around. Yeah, that's how you do it. That kind of tradition that was actually given to us by Guru Amar Das Ji. He wrote the part of the lawan. Yeah, so Guru Ram Das Ji is given that. So now, if you go to a wedding, you hear the lawan. You remember that was actually given to us. That was written by Guru Ram Das Ji. Yeah. Now, Guru Ram Das Ji also designed. Says here Golden Temple. Anyone been to Golden Temple? Harmandir Sahib? Okay, most people have. Okay. Anyone like to kind of describe how that felt to them? If they, anyone like to explain the feeling that they had when they got in? I remember once standing at our school at my own university, UCE, brilliant uni, and we had. Like on the store we had big posters of Harmandir Sahib, Golden Temple, and this guy, he's actually he belonged to a Hindu faith, and he came and he goes, "Can I take one of them?" I said, "Yeah, you sure can, yeah, take it." And he goes last year, he goes, we took a group of people down to Harmandir Sahib. We generally went to India to go and visit all sorts of religious places, but we went to Harmandir Sahib as well. And he goes, as soon as we walked in, this guy. And as he was saying that, I could see in his eyes that he can actually still see himself there as he's saying, as he's speaking to me, as he's describing what it felt like. I can see in his eyes that as if he was still there. And he goes, as soon as he goes, we walked in, and he goes, like if you've been to Harmandir Sahib, just before you can get to the actual Harmandir Sahib, you have to go through this kind of gate, this kind of door, as it's called the Darshani Dori. Yeah, and then you walk through, and then you get inside Harmandir Sahib. Yeah, you know what I'm on about, yeah? He goes, I stood outside that door, and he goes, for the very first time I laid my eyes on Harmandir Sahib from Darshani Dori, and he goes, tears from my eyes won't stop going. He goes, I stood there, and I stood there, and I stood there, and I looked at it. He goes, I felt something so beautiful inside me. He goes, you stood there. Because we were supposed to be there for about a day, if that. But he goes, I sent anyone else back, but he goes, I ended up staying there for about a whole week. He stayed there for a whole week. So that place was actually designed. Now before that, by Guru Ram Das Ji himself. Now the actual Harmandir Sahib itself, the Gurdwara, wasn't actually built by Guru Ram Das Ji, but the whole place of it was actually designed. And in the place, at that time, it was so unique the way like you have the holy shrines of people of religions, but this one was made a little bit differently. How was that made differently? Because Guru Maharaj, the Sikh philosophy is to not discriminate, because that's what was happening at that time, but to include people from all walks of life. Yeah, people who weren't able to go to a place of worship and worship. Yeah, those people who never had a chance to go and be close to God. It was meant for those people. Yeah. So what did Guru Maharaj do first of all, before that the Harmandir Sahib was built? That Guru Maharaj kind of created a whole kind of a market around the Gurdwara Sahib, where people who would come and set up like a business all around. People who would, if you go to the Harmandir Sahib even now, you see all these people trying to make a living. Yeah. Now they've lost lost the essence of what Harmandir Sahib is nowadays, because they're trying to rip people off. Yeah, they charge you all sorts of ridiculous amount of money. But in them days, Guru Maharaj first invited them people, said, look, no point of me having a place of worship where, that place can't give guidance or even a living, or a hope, any kind of hope to the common man. So his vision, Guru Ramdas, his vision was so great. He goes, how are we going to include them people? So first of all, Maharaj created a big, massive kind of like a marketplace around the surrounding area of Harmandir Sahib, where people set up businesses and all sorts. So his vision was that, to include those people who've been forgotten. Now, and then he planned and created the township of Ramdaspur. It was known as Ramdaspur then, but then known as organisation structure of Sikh society. So Sikh society, so not this kind of Sikh society, but Sikh society as such, how the Sikhs would be. Now, a great emphasis was put on that you have to, we've got the 3 golden rules, You've got the Naam Japna is to remember Vaheguru Ta'ala, 1 second line is to share, is to share, right? And the 3rd one is Kirtan Karni, to earn an honest living, I may not have that in the right order, but I think those are the 3, And those are important, and Guru Ramdas wanted to install that in his Gursikhs, say, okay, Kirtan Karni is very important. So society as a whole, for a Sikh, he doesn't just sit there and start, saying Vaheguru, Vaheguru, doesn't do anything else, and kind of sits there and like bees or Baba or whatever, and people come and offer stuff to him. That's not how a Sikh's supposed to be. It's kind of changed, and this is what we see now, but originally, that's how Guru Maharaj intended it to be. For the common person, he said to the common man that even you, all of us, all of us got the same chance of meeting God, just because you're born in a certain, kind of family and like that. Just because you can't afford certain things doesn't mean you're not going to be able to have that privilege. So Guru Maharaj can organise the society in that manner. We go to the next one. Yes. Okay. Now then he gave like a sort of, you can read that yourself. I won't read that.